Martin Marquette was born to serve. The eldest son of Julius Marquette, he was bloodbound to serve the Medici family as a bodyguard, the last line of defense against any of their numerous enemies. Martin excelled in his 2 years of mandatory service in the Medici Dragoons, being at the forefront of several uprisings and never hesitating to follow the orders laid down upon him by his beloved royal family. Upon completion of his military time, he joined the agency, where he graduated top of his cohort and affectionately received the nickname Agent. But before too long, a new royal arrived. Princess Rebecca Medici was revealed to the world, and Martin was summoned to fulfill his family oath.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Kingdom of Beck, and it is really starting to look a little bit like a kingdom now. We have our giant black fortress bursting from the desert sands, and yes, it's starting to look very pretty. Also, I am planning on doing a little bit more of a story introduction to Agent at the beginning of this episode, so if I did go ahead and do that, I hope you enjoyed it. If not, then whoops, I've kind of screwed up my introduction here a little bit. But one thing that I did in between episodes is you can kind of see down around here, I have laid out the plans for the rest of this fortress, and that is one thing I really want to get cracking on with, is actually building up the main kind of structure of this kind of central point of Castle Beck. It's going to be, this is the focal point, the giant black fortress erupting from the sands in this desert oasis. But so I've done that, and hopefully throughout this episode we're going to get quite a lot more done on that. Obviously I am going to have to move this wind turbine out of the way, but that can just get shifted over there. This over here will be kind of like a kill box area that I can use to hopefully destroy all incoming raids, and hopefully I get that built up before the raids get too difficult. Otherwise it's going to be a bit of a waste of time if I lose everyone to a rather poorly timed raid. But anyway, let's hit that play button and get started. Beck seems to be having the time of her life. I don't know what she's doing, but her hands and legs are a bit all over the place. And we started building this bit here last episode, which was going to be our production zone. It's going to be where we have all of our main kind of benches for like stone cutting. We're going to have a tailor's loom, all that kind of stuff, smelting tables, weapon tables, all of the really good important stuff that we're going to need to basically build up our colony and produce the items that we need to make this, like really, really, really good. I'm struggling for words, but you know what I mean. Let's hit that play button anyway, and let's get this started. Hopefully, I have now assigned Rose to craft as well. So, and we've also designated this bit to all be taken down. But yes, I've assigned her to craft, so we can. I saw that she was idle, so she can kind of come over here when she's not building anything. If there are blocks that she needs, she can just come over, make them, and then go and take them to this little zone here. Agent seems to be idle as well, which is a little bit of an issue. Let's just slow this down quickly and see if we can get him to do anything. Agent, I know your main job is to protect the colony, but it would be nice during this downtime if you had something else to do. I think he's set to grow. Yes, he is set to grow. So that's kind of promising that he's got nothing to do over here. But what we could do is we could set up another growing zone so he does actually have a job. I think what we're going to start growing some cotton here. then that way that production room can actually have a use. We can start turning this cotton into clothes that we can give to all our colonists. So that looks like that will be fine there. And you know what? I am going to place another one as well for a very important crop. This is going to be our heel root, because I don't have any of that growing at the moment, and I would rather like to get that started just so we've got something else that we can do. And of course, here we go, Agent Marquette is on his way down to turn this little bit of land into valuable crops. But another thing that we are going to do, we are going to till this soil eventually, just because it would be nice to get that faster growth speed. But anyway, now that's done, everyone seems to have a job that they're doing. Beck, once again, is hard at work on research. She doesn't really do much of the manual labour. She is more of an intellectual. She grew up part of the royal family. She was shipped off to university, and there she learnt all kinds of interesting things, and she is using her knowledge to better her new kingdom that she is in charge of on this new Rimworld that she has landed on. But yes, let's speed this up, and let's watch everyone kind of zoom around super fast and see what they get up to. Hopefully Rose, with this being deconstructed, can actually get this little bit built before the end of the day, although the sun is setting now, so that doesn't look very likely. But she's done a good job. She's got rid of most of that, and yeah, it's going quite well. But once this is all done, I am going to put some production benches inside, and then I think there's a little bit of rejigging that we're going to have to do. You can see I've put down like an H here. That means it's going to be a hospital, so I've kind of left myself some little remarks so I know actually what each of these individual rooms is going to be. Well, the sun rises once again, and our busybodies are straight back at it. Overnight, Wilson was very, very useful in kind of finishing off this little bit here. Yeah, I think that's all completely done now. So, well, it's obviously not got anything inside. That will come soon. But let's give this a nice big concrete floor. We'll put some lights in here so people can actually, see what they're doing. We'll see if we can get I don't think we'll get away with just one in the middle. We'll have one there, and we will have one there, and let's connect this to the power grid as well. So let's just have that coming down in here. There we go, brilliant. Oh, there was something else that I wanted to do, and I seem to have forgotten it. I'm sure it'll come to me. Oh yeah, that's another thing. We need to get hot water for our colonists, so they're no longer taking cold showers. Although I think when outdoors it is 37 degrees, it might be quite nice for our colonists to come in and have a cold shower every now and then. But it does give them a bit of a mood debuff. So we are going to sort this out for them, and I think actually what we'll do is, this is the production room. We will kind of place our electric boiler in here, along with, there is something else I believe we need. Oh, there we go, brilliant. Beck has finished researching multi-split air conditioning, so that looks like that's going to be something that we get all up and running tomorrow. We will have the aircon units that we can use, and we can install them in most of these rooms, keeping the entire structure of this base cooled down. Well, that's one thing I can say about playing this on 3x speed. The days do go by rather quickly, as do the nights. But over the night we had a couple of messages come up. We had an ambrosia sprout, so that might be useful at some point. And we've got the Ship to the Stars quest, which is obviously going to give us passage off-world, and kind of, one of the standard Rimworld endgame kind of quests that you can do. I am not going to be doing this. This is Beck's permanent home now. She is going to turn this planet into, yes. Oh, hello. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. A brave named Camdatus is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If she survives the impact, she will be badly wounded. Camdatus is from Babar Kinship. If you rescue her, she may join freely. Otherwise, she will return home and spread goodwill between your factions. You can also capture her for recruitment or slavery purposes, but this will anger her faction. So let's have a look. Babar Kinship. Let's see what our relationship is like with them. Kingdom of Beck. Babar Kinship, we are on a 0 kind of relationship, so they won't be hostile to us. That was... oh, there we go. Here she is crashing in here. So we'll see what she's like. If she's any good. Well, I mean, she is incredibly good at fighting, and that might be useful to have. She's quite good all round at a lot of things. She is 90 years old though. And yes, look at all of this. She's got dementia. No, we are going to rescue her. We are going to rescue her and heal her up. But we are not going to we're not going to invite her to join our kingdom because she is too old. We are very ageist over here. We do not let in the elderly. We are very bad for that. Yes, I'm very, very sorry. What's your name? Camdatus. I'm very sorry, but you will have no home here. We will send you packing back to the faction that you belong to, and I'm sure she probably would like to go back to the faction she belongs to anyway, because, you know, she probably has friends over there. She plays bingo with all of her other old friends. They have a whale of a time. We don't have a bingo hall here yet, so yes, we are going to pick you up. We are going to rescue you. I will get Wilson to do it, considering you are very close to her up there. And we will send you packing back on your merry way. And yes, you can enjoy your little stay at our kingdom. I believe we should have enough food to feed you. And no, we do not. How long are these carrots going to take to grow? 97% grown. Brilliant. So they should all be done today. Hopefully we don't run out of food too badly that we start suffering from starvation, because that would be bad, especially now that we have an extra mouth to feed. Rose, why are you not doing anything? You have all of this marble floor. Oh, okay, no, she's not doing anything because we don't actually... She doesn't have anything to do. That's quite a useful revelation. Let's pause this quickly and we will actually get you something to do. Rose, I don't want you sitting around for too long. It's just, with these plans, deciding what the next step is going to be. We got this hot water thing in here. Oh yes, that was the other thing that I wanted to build. We want a hot water tank, and that can go right next to it over there. We'll connect that to our plumbing. That should hopefully connect to both of them. And you know what? We are going to get this outside air conditioning unit. We are going to place them over there. We will just do the one for now, and then we will get some of these inside. And a great thing about this is you can actually turn up the power of them, so you can make them kind of better the more like juice you pump into them. Which, it's quite a nice little feature with this air conditioning with the Dubs Bad Hygiene mod. Let's get these all around. We are going to have to build in a walk-in freezer unit here because, as you can see the plans, this is going to be inside. We can't be pumping our hot air to make this cool inside. That wouldn't be a very good idea at all. But we've got a couple of things for Rose to build now. So hopefully she should get on with doing that relatively quickly. We will connect up the aircon. That can all go around like that. And there we go. Brilliant. That's all connected up. And actually, no. That's not quite finished because we don't have one there. But you know what we can do? We can get into furniture. and we can have some vents that connect these up. We will connect that there, and we can't quite do that there yet because something else is being constructed, but that will get done. And it looks like Wilson has come back from his quest to rescue Camdatas. Yes. Oh look, you can tell she's very older. She's got a rather wrinkly face. But she does need saving. I think Agent should be on that. Let's see if we can go find Martin. No, he is busy harvesting the carrots. I think that actually is probably a good idea for you to do that, though, because we are dangerously running out of food. And another hunting trip may be required. There is an ostrich over there. That does look very tasty in Agent's eyes right now, and actually he is going to hunt it. I have decided that. We are going on a little quick hunting trip on our way back, Agent. That ostrich is crying out to be eaten. It's an ostrich, man. Hit it. It's not exactly a small bird. You are not firing at a pigeon. You are firing at... I think ostriches are the world's largest flightless birds. I love that term, flightless birds. Cards Against Humanity. The funniest card in the game, flightless birds. It's just... I don't know, there's just something about that yes, always makes me laugh a little bit when that card is played. But here he is. Agent has finished his hunting trip. He has successfully taken down the mighty foe, the ostrich, with his assault rifle. Not that we really had any thoughts that he wasn't going to be able to, but he was successful. The ostrich is dead, and it is currently laying out in the desert sun. We should hopefully get that in quite quickly, though. Food is being made. Carrots have been brought in. Thank you very much. We should be getting a lot more soon, but Agent obviously has a lot of jobs to do before he can do that. He is a very busy man at the moment. He seems to be wanted everywhere around the colony, around the castle. He's got a lot to do, and he is getting on with that. But, well, right now he is rescuing this poor woman who crash-landed in our desert. That's a thing as well, our desert, we haven't had rain for a few days, which is very unusual in this part of the world. Despite the fact that we are a desert, I have noticed that, yes, we've been getting an awful lot of rain on this plane. And, well, yeah, no, we just got a bit of a psychic soothe. That's going to be quite nice. It means that all of our men, I think it is just Agent, the only male in the colony, is quite happy. He has these thoughts permutating through his mind that tell him he is happy, he is very happy, he loves being here. And that's actually a thing about Agent. Kind of... Oh, we've got a visitor as well. Oh, from Babar Kinship. So, yes, she's obviously coming to visit Camdatas. Maybe they are coming to bring the bingo to her. She couldn't quite make it, so they are bringing it to her. How nice of them. But yes, as I was saying, I get sidetracked very easily. Agent, as I said in the kind of backstory, he has these deep-seated emotions for Beck, his princess, his leader. But as the game would turn out, if we have a quick look on the relationship screen, Agent compared to Beck, if we go have a, yes, quick look, Beck's opinion of Agent rebuffed me 3 times. So Beck has tried it on with Agent 3 times, and he has turned her down every single time. I just thought that was kind of funny, because in like my headcanon it is the other way around. I suppose Agent could be refusing her hand because he feels like it is improper. He has been assigned to protect her after all, and that is his main duty, and he feels like it would go maybe against some kind of code of honor that he has to actually take her up on her advances. But yeah, no, that was something that yeah, I just kind of played out exactly the opposite way that I had intended when I set up this colony. Well, overnight, the people from the Babar Kinship decided to leave. Obviously, they played their game of bingo with Camdatas in our production room and decided that was enough, and have promptly left her to be healed up by us and to use all of our food. So, yes, no, very, very nice to have a few visitors come visit their own person from their own faction. But that's one thing I've noticed. This aircon outdoor unit is not connected to our power grid, so we are going to have to connect that. And there was another thing that I think I needed to do. I believe it was to add a vent in there. Yes, we want to get a vent in there so that we can share the cool between all of the rooms and not have to place too many of these aircon units around. But that should get done relatively quickly. And yes, that looks, that's perfect. One other thing, I think we are going to build ourselves another battery today, because that battery does look like it is running precariously close to running out of power several times over the course of this episode. So let's get that done, and let's start. I think we will start with the hospital. H for hospital. That I feel like is going to be a very important part of the build. We'll get that done down there as well, and we will have a steel door. This is going to be this little bit here will be the main entrance to the castle. We are going to tear down this wall, and we are going to place another wall up here, so it's a nice 3x3 corridor that kind of goes all around the castle and connects everything up nicely. But yes, and I think the door for here, I think we will place that there. It's a bit of a shame. No. Let's place that there, as it hasn't been built yet. And then we've got 3 on either side. That seems a much more smart idea to build that there. But now, hopefully, everyone has got a job and they are proceeding with their jobs. And yes, those potatoes are looking close to being fully grown, which is nice. We do have quite a few meals in here now, which is something that we have been having a bit of a problem with. Our food is, yes, not quite where I want it to be at the moment. And who is idle? I wouldn't have thought anyone would have been idle, but there we go. That's gone away. What was that? Candatus has gotten food poisoning from Veggie Mush. Who is cooking that for her? I would assume it was probably Beck if she was getting food poisoning, because Beck is not the most competent of cooks. In fact, I think the only reason why I asked her to be a cook anyway was because she didn't have anything better to do at the time. But there we go, we've got this all set up. This should hopefully be done quite quickly. We are going to build another vent into there, although this might be stretching the limits of what our radiators in here can do. If we increase the power, you can see that little blue line goes up, which means that it is operating at a better capacity. But if we have a look inside, these are all still relatively cool, which is nice, especially as it is quite warm outside in the desert sun. But I think as this night sets, that will be the end of this episode. And yes, I have been CarnasaGames. If you have enjoyed this episode, please go down and give that like button a little bit of a tickle. If you have really enjoyed this and want to support my channel, why not go down and subscribe as well? Because obviously that really helps out and all of that standard YouTubey rubbish. But anyway, I have been CarnasaGames, and I will catch you next time.